Hey everybody, it's Fam321 here bringing you some more 5th gen Wi-Fi battles. This isn't a new match I got against someone by the name of FlyingLuro, and he told me this was his first match he's ever played, but don't let that fool you. He actually ended up doing really well because, well, he's watched a lot of other people battle, so he has some experience in that part. But yeah, this is the first match he's ever played, and I'm going to go ahead and leave the link to his YouTube channel in the description along with his Skype username if you guys want to add him. But yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and begin the match. Okay, so for the first Pokemon that each of us are going to send out, I'm going to go ahead and start off by sending out my Metang, and he's going to go ahead and start off by sending out his Torkoal. This is bad for me because Torkoal can easily take out a Metang, so I'm going to go switch out to my Seismitoad, which can easily take down a Torkoal. He's going to be able to set up Stealth Rocks first turn, but yeah, now he's definitely going to have to switch, and that gives me a free turn to use my Rain Dance. And that's actually kind of bad for me because he went down to his Victory Bell, and Victory Bell, or I have a Magmortar that can take it out, but since the rain's up, well, Fire Blast isn't going to do as much damage. But yeah, I went down to Swallow, and he went ahead and put my Swallow to sleep, but I guess that's kind of good because he can't put the rest of my team to sleep. So yeah, I'm going to go into my Magmortar, hoping that I can destroy this Victory Bell, but he's going to switch, and he's going to go to his Wigglytuff, and now I'm going to go for the Focus Blast, and I didn't miss with the Focus Blast, which is actually pretty good because now I'm going to be able to do a lot of damage to his Wigglytuff, but it manages to live with barely any HP left, and he went for the Reflect. I think he said it was a misclick and he meant to go for the Light Screen, but yeah. Now he's going to go into his Mantine, and I went for a nice prediction. I went for a Thunderbolt, and that's going to heavily cripple his Mantine. And as you're about to see here, it barely lived, which is actually good on my part. And the rain stopped, so now my Fire Blast can actually do its full damage, which is actually pretty good. So now he's going to switch into his next Pokemon, which is going to be his Gabite, because he knew the Thunderbolt was coming. It was kind of obvious. I probably should have went for something else, but what can you do? Now I'm going to go back out to my Metang just to see what type of Gabite this is, and he went for the Toxic, and luckily for me I switched out to my Metang, so it didn't actually affect it. And now he's going to go back out into his Torkoal as I set up the Stealth Rocks. So now I'm definitely going to have to switch because I do not want my Metang to die this early, so I'm going to go back out into my Seismitoad. And he went for the Rapid Spin, so he just blew away the Stealth Rocks that I just used. But yeah, he's going to switch out into his Mantine, and I'm going to go for the Hidden Power. And this is Hidden Power Ice, I believe, so that's just going to destroy his Mantine. So now he's going to go ahead and switch on to his next Pokemon, which is going to be his Victory Bell. And this is actually bad for me, so I'm definitely going to switch out and go to my Metang for some reason. I'm guessing because I thought Metang could easily wall this thing. He's going to go for the Swords Dance, and that's actually kind of bad for me because his attack is raised, but his Reflect wore off. He's going to go for the Sucker Punch, but my Metang manages to live it because Metang is actually really bulky, especially with the Eviolite. And I'm going to go for the Earthquake, and that did a lot of damage because I got a critical hit. And he's going to go for one final Sucker Punch, but my Metang manages to live it with 50 HP left. So now I'm going to go for the Earthquake, and that's going to be the end of his Victory Bell. So now he's going to go into his next Pokemon, which is going to be his Rotom Spin Form, and he's going to go for the Thunder Wave. I'm not sure why. He probably just could have finished me off with one of his moves. But yeah, I went for the Toxic, and now his Rotom is poisoned, which is actually pretty good for me. So yeah, now he's going to go switch out into his next Pokemon, which is going to be his Torkoal again. And I went for the Meteor Mash, but that's not going to do much damage to him. And that kind of sucks, but yeah, I'm going to let my Metang die because, well, it did its job. So now he's going to go for the Lava Plume and finish off my Metang. So now I'm going to go ahead and switch out into my next Pokemon, which I believe it's going to be back to my Seismitoad. Yes, it is. Now I know he's going to switch most likely, so I'm going to go ahead and set up the Rain Dance because, well, I took out his Victory Bell, and that's the only move that that's the only Pokemon that Magmortar could actually use Fire Blast on. So yeah, I went for the Rain Dance, and now I'm going to finish it off with a Hidden Power. I'm not sure why. I just used Hidden Power, but yeah, that's the end of his Wigglytuff, and now he's gonna go switch out into his Rotom, and he's gonna go for the Air Slash. He manages to outspeed me even in the rain, so I'm guessing this is Choice Scarf, but yeah, I'm gonna go for the Surf, and that's gonna take down his Rotom. So now he's gonna go ahead and switch out into his next Pokemon, and in case you couldn't guess, this is a Seismitoad sweep, but yeah, he's gonna go for his Gabite, and I'm gonna go for the Surf, and that's gonna be the end of his Gabite, and I believe he's down to his last Pokemon right now, which is gonna be his Torkoal. And I guess I'm going to finish it off with a Surf. And that was the end of the match. Good game. This was a really good match. And yeah, I guess this is the end of the match. So if you liked the video, please rate the video, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, have a nice day.